So this was something that was tweeted to me of the all shit talking team, but we're not gonna do shit talking team. We're gonna do starting five for us. But here's what was sent to me. This is a long list. Gilbert Arenas, Steven Jackson, love him, Ron Artest, Kevin Garnett, Jermaine O'Neal, and then Draymond, Lance, Rondo, the Glove, Spree, Sheed, Boogie, the X, Xavier, David West, and then Matt Barnes. So we could skip around a little bit. Here's what Raymond said, who's just going after this guy. Looks more like a headache roster than a trash talking roster.
Sound like JR.
A realist? Is that what that man is?
So Raymond then said, if we're doing trash talking, Mutombo, Larry, Reggie, MJ, and the Glove. Corin then went in and said Kmart too, which is actually not a bad call. It's just very under the radar. So JR, you're starting five shit talking. Who is it?
I danced around a lot when you asked me this yesterday, so I had to refer to my list. But I had Gary Payton, Reggie Miller, starting from the top five, right? And I know with some dancing with the forwards. But Gary Payton, Reggie Miller, Draymond Green, Rasheed Wallace, and KG. I mean, come on. If you get on the floor with any of these guys, you have to play directly against them. You're gonna get an earful the entire time as you get beat. So, I mean, it doesn't help. When you get beat and you also get trash talked in your ear, it kind of continues to demoralize you. There were stories, one thing about KG, because I think he kind of tops the list. Multiple NBA players said when they were younger, even when they were older, when they had to play him in a 7-game series, he said, KG talked nonstop, not for the game, for 7 games, wouldn't stop talking.
Doesn't surprise me.
And of course, the infamous story of Honey Nut Cheerios and Carmelo Anthony. Come on, nothing tops it.
Melo's never been the same.
No, he's not. Let's skip to yours. Who do you got?
All right, so I got Shaq at center. I mean, Shaq was a legendary. It was more of a goofy type, but he would get in people's heads. KG, obviously. Yeah. I can't say some of the things that KG said. I'm surprised that Larry Bird is considered by some the greatest trash talker of all time.
Yes.
The man one time told people, hey, I'm gonna score all of my points left-handed and score like 42. Like, he's disrespectful. He had Dr. J swinging on him. You bet Dr. J's the coolest person on the planet.
He also ate a right hand and didn't go down.
He didn't go down. He had a good chin. Michael Jordan, I think, because Michael Jordan was the type of guy that just through will, like would mentally take people out of their game.
Yes.
And I think Gary Payton is legendary. People says his talking is on legendary status. So that's my top 5.
Last thing about Michael Jordan, you're probably gonna say him too. That was the obvious one. There was a story that Steve Smith told where he said,
I think I saw this.
MJ was counting down. He goes, he started at 40, and the whole game he was at 38, and he said 36. He's at 33, and he's like, what's he doing? And he realized it around the 20s. He goes, he's counting down because he started at 40. That's how much I'm gonna score on you tonight.
So, all right. So to preface my list, I finagled a little bit because at times MJ would play point forward. All right, got you. And also, I was deep thinking because I was stoned. Okay, so Michael Jordan is number 1. Cheryl. The reason Cheryl Miller's on there, if any of you guys don't know, is that Reggie told the story, many by the way, but the one that sticks out in the 30 for 30 that greatly influenced Reggie to be who he is because of the shit talking from Cheryl.
That's true.
Cheryl, at one point in time, all right, first off, let me go back for a second. Reggie Miller in the backseat, right? High school, California, you know where I'm going. California, he's like feeling himself because Cheryl was the bully of the entire duo of the trio, and Reggie's like, "Oh man, I had a good game. And the dad and Cheryl in front, and they're just sort of looking at each other and glancing. And like, yeah, I had 40. She's like, "Oh man, that's great." It's like, "How'd you do, Cheryl?" She's like, "I had a big game." And he's like, "What? Like 50? 60?" Had 105. 105? So Cheryl's on my list because it influenced Reggie to be who he is today.
Yeah.
All right, so Larry Bird obviously has to be in there. Larry Bird, 3-point contest All-Star game, went up to everyone on the bench and said, who's coming in second tonight? And then he proceeded to win. That's how good he was. Zach Randolph is in there because his epic shit-talking stories are Google-worthy. All right, I'm wrapping up. And then lastly, Tim Duncan, because he didn't shit-talk at all. His trash talking was left on the court. So kudos to him. Your starting 5. Comment section below. Subscribe to 2IT Sports.
Do you know what you could get for $4.99? Maybe 1 pack of Skittles. You know what's better? A lot of content. So download the TYT app, available on iOS and Android.